nor hindi po ako mastermind. Masasabi ko po, isa po akong victim.
Before the executive session, Senator Jinggoy Estrada blew his top off again. Senators questioned Guo for picking her business partner Alexander Abrenica as her municipal administrator. Guo, however, refused to answer any questions about him.
I am telling you that it will not affect your pending cases before the courts. Sige na. Bakit mo siya pinagkakatiwalaan?
For the businesses po, Sen, I refuse to answer po.
Sika dapat alis sinungaling.
Meanwhile, the brother of former President Duterte's economic advisor admitted that he faked his Filipino identity. Mobile Journal Francis Orsho with the report.
Alam mo, ko tayo nitong Chinese national to. Marunong ka managalog at magbisaya eh. Kunwari lang, hindi ka marunong eh.
There was a new character who turned up at the Senate's 14th hearing into Pogos. Businessman Tony Yang. Tony is the elder brother of Michael Yang, who in turn was the former economic advisor to President Rodrigo Duterte. Michael is another personality being linked to Pogos. Tony Yang has been living in the Philippines since 1998 or 1999 and claims that he only speaks Chinese. That's why he brought an interpreter to the hearing.
Di ako makapaniwala. Quarter of a century na kayo dito sa Pilipinas, sa Cagayan de Oro included, at di pa kayo marunong mag-Bisaya fluently o Filipino fluently. Dili ako buang para maniwala dyan.
Tagalog, Bisaya, maing kunti-kunti.
According to Yang, he was born in Fujian, China and does not carry a Philippine passport. But he does have a Filipino birth certificate, which his grandfather registered back in 2004. The older Yang supposedly did this to facilitate business in the Philippines. Aside from a fake birth certificate, it was also revealed in the Senate inquiry that Tony Yang goes by different names. In his alien registration form, he is Yang Jianxin, and Antonio Maestado Lim and Antonio Lim in his driver's license and tax identification card.
You have profited from changing your name and your nationality dito sa iba't ibang submissions nyo. At your convenience. Talagang for convenience. Gaya ng sinabi nyo tungkol sa lolo nyo. You're only Filipino when it benefits you.
According to the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, Tony is a silent but sharp operator. He allegedly runs the family's businesses, legitimate or otherwise.
Siya po yung parang nagpapatakbo ng mga businesses, ng mga Yangs.
Pati Pogo businesses.
Yes, ma'am. Pati po yung Pogo business niya. Even yung malalaking business nila na nasa Cagayan de Oro.
Aling mga malalaki po ito?
Yung Sanjan, Steel, nasa kanya po. And then yung hotel and yung rice mill.
And it's a vast and secretive empire that the Yangs established in CDO.
They tried to establish yung parang kingdom nila, yung lugar na yun, ma'am. Parang hindi ka pwedeng magpasok ng business doon sa area na yun, ma'am, kung hindi ka dadaan sa kanya.
And Tony Yang also supposedly mingled with people in high places, including officials from the PNP, as high as former police chief Benjamin Acorda. Referring to photos of him with Acorda, Yang said they were taken during an event by the Cagayan Business Federation.
It's not actually a meeting. It was just us visiting the head of police in Cagayan during that time. Akoda. Okay. I call him Akola or Akoda.
He's the former chief PNP.
Yang was also asked about his relationship with former President Duterte. He said he has only seen the chief executive once during a meeting with a Chinese businessman. There are at least 7 corporations with SEC documents registered under Tony Yang's name. That's aside from 9 other businesses traced to his tax identification number. Of particular interest to senators is Yang's Shanje Steel Corporation in CDO, believed to be a Pogo hub and said to have more than 100 Chinese employees.
Hindi pa po namin napapasok, ma'am, yung lugar. But yung intel report po na nakarating sa akin, and of course yung mga documents na nakita namin, it all points to a POGO operation.
He does play a major role sa criminal networks ng POGO doon.
Yes, ma'am.
Then there's Pogo service provider Oro One, where Yang is president. His initial explanation, he only helped Oro One secure a business permit. Later on, Tony admitted that he is an incorporator of the company. Today was supposed to be the 14th and final hearing of the panel, but senators were left with more questions after today, which means they will have to hold more hearings in the coming weeks. Mobile journalist Francis Orsho, we are One News.
The contempt citation of Alice Guo's purported sister Sheila has been lifted. Senator Risa Ontiveros made the announcement during the last hearing on POGOs yesterday. This means Sheila's custody will now be transferred to the Immigration Bureau. Sheila has been detained in the Senate due to her failure to attend the earlier hearings. She claims almost no concrete knowledge on many criminal activities. However, Sheila, together with Alice and many others, are facing money laundering raps. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad Castro. Let's now take a quick look at today's other headlines. In the Philippine Star, the number of Chinese vessels swarming various parts of the West Philippine Sea has now reached a number record high of 251, most of which are concentrated within the vicinity of Ayungin and Escoda shoals. The Philippine Navy maintains that the presence of Chinese vessels in the West Philippine Sea have been illegal since they started monitoring them. And in business world, Philippine inflation would likely ease to 2.5% this month, according to the Finance Department. Secretary Ralph Recto notes that inflation is now on a downward trend. With this, he says the Bangko Sentral can further reduce interest rates and match the size of the U.S. Federal Reserve's jumbo rate cut. A record high number of 11 Chinese warships were seen meandering near the vicinity of Sabina or Escoda Shoal. The Philippine Navy said the Chinese vessel's show of force near the disputed territory came a day after BRP Teresa Magbanwa left the area. The number of Chinese ships crowding Sabina Shoal is now at 82. The National Maritime Council said the vessel that will replace BRP Teresa Magbanwa is sailing to Sabina Shoal. The LaSalle Green Archers will try to bounce back from their shocking loss against UE Red Warriors in the UAAP Season 87 Men's Basketball Tournament. The Green Archers will face the winless FEU Tamaraos at 4:30 p.m. in Smart Araneta Coliseum. After this, Adamson Soaring Falcons will attempt to improve their standing in their match against NU Bulldogs at 6:30 p.m. LaSalle currently has a 3-1 standing, while Adamson has a 2 wins and 2 losses this season. In other news, engineering students of Mapua University in Manila developed an eco-car prototype which was showcased abroad. Para bigyan ng mukha ang balita, Mobile Journal Ivan Tarique.
Ilang estudyante mula sa isang universidad sa Maynila ang nakagawa ng Formula 1 inspired na sasakyan, pero eco-friendly.
Ito ang eco-car ng Mapua University na tinawag nilang Agila. Simulan itong proyektong ito taong 2012. Higit 30 engineering students ang nagtulong upang mabuo ang prototype car na ito, na ilalaban na ito sa abroad at kamakailan. Nag-7th place sa Shell Eco Marathon Asia Pacific and the Middle East 2024. Pagpipida ng kanilang team leader na si Hector Anagran, resulta yan ng buong pusong kooperasyon ng mga estudyante ng iba't ibang engineering fields, mula mechanical hanggang electrical engineering.
Sabihin natin na electrical, electronic students na nag-tasking with regards to the electrical system of the vehicle.
Hindi lang daw kaalaman ang puhunan sa pagbuo nito, kundi maging oras. At sa kabila ng kanilang abalang schedule, hindi nila nakakalimutan ang kanilang mga responsibilidad bilang mga estudyante. Minsan nga, sa eskwelahan na sila natutulog para tapusin ang kanilang sasakyan kahit na pinapagalitan na sila ng kanilang mga magulang.
Yung leisure time namin instead na naglalaro na lang or like naghahanap ng ibang hobbies, napupunta na lang sa Cardinal 1 and 2 making the prototype.
Kwento pa ni Hector, naging hamon din ang kanilang mga kompetisyong sinasalihan habang pinagdahandaan ang kanyang engineering board exam.
Nung pumunta po kaming Indonesia, I'm also reviewing for board exam and luckily I passed the board exam this last August.
Target nila ngayon ay pagandahin pa ang kanilang prototype at may uwi ang first place sa susunod na kompetisyon.
Hindi biro bilang estudyante ang pagsabayin ng pag-aaral at extracurricular activities. Ang mahalaga, laging may balanse sa passion at studies. Mobile Journal, Ivan Tarique po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
And those are the top stories of the hour. I'm Angela Lagunzad Castro. We are One News.